Okay, guys. Hi, welcome to the channel. Just another day. Okay, so I actually found out that this channel has 1,077 videos up, excluding this one. I was gonna say, oh wow, that's a lot, but is it? Yeah, it's quite subjective. However, that has nothing to do with this video. Let's get into it. So, to cut a long story short, I've been looking at people in the gym do the same bicep curls, go on the hip machine, do the same stuff, see people do the same squats, the same deadlifts, the same hip thrusts, the same abductor and adductor exercises, the same, and I'm, it's just boring. It's boring. And in my mind, I was thinking of saying it bores me, hence the title. I really like the resources that the gym has. It's a lot more than the previous gym that I used to go to. However, in terms of being able to connect with people on a level that I consider true friends through using exercise as a means to do that, through connecting with other people through calisthenics, for example. I don't think that that's gonna happen much in the gym I go to, specifically because I don't see many people in the gym actually doing any sort of calisthenics movements at all, let alone any calisthenics movements that I'd show interest in. It's just not the same. Oh, also, on a side note, there was the overcoming mental attacks video in which in which I spoke about looking at a lady's bum staring, and I saw that same lady in the gym today, and after I worked through the lustful thoughts that I would have and where I think that came from, and it's just, I saw her, she saw me, she gave me a smile, but I just kept it moving. I haven't really, I enjoyed the conversation that we had about mental health for sure, but I'm not desperate to have a conversation with her as I might have once been, due to allowing myself to lust over her body. The tight clothing, the tight bottoms. She would wear tight t-shirts or long sleeves, but I I personally, from being in the gym and seeing ladies just around as you do, as they exist, as they do, I wouldn't stare at their breasts. I can't say, due to tight clothing, for example, I can't say I've ever done that. It wouldn't. It would be the tight, uh, uh, not jogging bottoms. Well, it could be jogging bottoms, to be fair, or yoga bottoms that I would make myself try to not look at, so I didn't think of myself as a creep. But I made it very clear, but that was before I made it very clear as to what I believe both is and isn't acceptable in terms of looking at a lady's bum. If the clothing's very eye-catching, and as I'm just looking around at the gym, for example, I unintentionally look at a lady's bum whilst, for example, she's squatting. I think that's acceptable because I know within myself that I wouldn't be going out of my way to go and stare. Now that leads me on to what isn't, in my opinion, acceptable. If I'm just going there, just like how I did in that video for a few seconds, probably shorter than that stare I gave off at the inside of my hoodie where the arm is. Yeah, I'm considering that unacceptable because I'd blatantly be looking at her in a lustful, sexual way, and that is unacceptable in my opinion. For if I'm not dating the lady, even if I were dating a lady or ladies, depending on what I want to do, I I just wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to do it regardless. I wouldn't want to stare at a lady's bum regardless because I don't want to look at a woman in a lustful way. That lust would only last for a short time, and lust through watching videos of sexually implicit and or explicit nature is compulsive. I sensed when looking at some try on hauls, for example, one lady in particular who I won't name, I experienced tunnel vision. Literally, like, I just forgot there was a complete outside, not outside world, but outer surroundings outside of the laptop screen. As I've been doing the self-assessment quiz for tomorrow, which I thought today was Friday, but Friday's tomorrow, I didn't sense that same tunnel vision. It was a lot more healthy. I recognize that. I mean, that I am in a bedroom. It's not like the only thing that's there in my vision is just the laptop. However, I'd sense it that I'd be doing that when looking at those sorts of try-on lingerie hauls. Also, speaking of lust, I've heard of Chris Brown's Under the Influence song. I remember the chorus from hearing it being played on the radio, and to me it just sounded like a whole load of slurs. But when you go and look at the lyrics, it's literally just it's sex and drugs. It literally sounds like he being Chris Brown is making it seem like he in that song he was addicted to drugs. Fucking Robitussin? What? I don't know. But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm taking this Robitussin, I don't know. And I can't even take the Molly. I won't even take the Molly. It has that strong of an effect on me or something like that. But yeah, lady, please. But I can't save myself, save me. Yeah, and you know how you're gonna do that, miss? Let's fuck. Basically, and in the comment section, I remember a comment saying, "Oh, the song was so sensual and raw, not sexual, sensual and raw." Mate, it was just Chris Brown, and social status. Sorry, perceived social status attached to his name. yeah, I don't agree with like that way of life, so I just dislike the video. Oh, it's the song, it's the song. As far as I'm concerned, artists that are known to that level are known for a reason, and I don't think it's a healthy one or one without malice intentions in place. Listen to the lyrics. My why is listen to the lyrics. As soon as he starts singing, he's talking about he's talking about taking drugs. How can that be healthy? But because it's Chris Brown, it's oh my god, oh I can't, oh this is another one, a comment that I've seen. Oh I can't stop playing it. You lack self control. Okay. I I I personally believe that comment's quite flawed, as I really believe I was taking that too literally. But I'm just saying. Listen to me. I say I was flawed, and then I just completely undermine how I think that my comment was flawed by saying, "Oh well, this and that." I even forgot it was a few seconds ago, but I forgot what I said. Yeah. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's go straight back to why I think all of this is relevant. This is relevant to me going to the gym, in my opinion, because the radio plays, and on the premise that I don't have headphones in and I'm not listening to something that will nourish the mind rather than destroy it. Listening to I'm trying to get off these drugs and I want to fuck. I'd voluntarily be allowing myself to be susceptible to lust and violent lyrics as well, on the premise that they play any sort of songs with violent lyrics in, of course. Like how I remember radio has done in the past, but that one song in particular that I'm thinking of is no longer being played. I think that's just because it's been a while, and maybe they play about with how humans are entertained through dopamine, for example. Maybe not. I was hearing upon the interwebs, I don't know how trustworthy the source is, it was just a YouTube video, that dopamine is just a chemical that makes us want new things, and if the thing isn't new after a while, you might start getting bored of it. And to be fair, I mean, I'm not doing the same forward roll as I was doing in March, I think, around about the day 100 mark. I could still do them if I tried, but yeah, you just naturally in life, you just move on to different things, even if it's a little bit. Like, for example, say we're talking about eating unhealthily and we get fast food 3 times a week. What are the odds you're going to get exactly the same meal every time of the week? That'd get boring now, wouldn't it? Or even if we're going on the flip side of that coin and we're talking about eating healthily, if we're eating exactly the same meal, as I've experienced in the past with like the rice and curry dish that I made recently, to which I still have some rice left from, that got boring. But actually, I vividly remember saying I was just eating that too consistently for my liking. I didn't add that extra part in, but that is what I meant. That said though, I didn't know that at the time. I wasn't paying my attention to my thoughts that deeply. However, I don't mind. It's just naturally over time you'll think differently about things, especially if you allow yourself to think reflectively about how you think and what you've done and what you are doing. It kind of just happens. Even if you haven't practiced that skill all that much, it kind of just happens. For example, actually, I can't even speak for other people. I think differently about my adolescence now compared to back when I was in my adolescent phase from 13 to 19. Yeah, I'd now say that I've not lived 21 years, but that I've existed 21 years. As for live, I mean live my life to the fullest. I don't think I've done that. However, I won't go about saying, oh yeah, how old are you? Oh, I've existed for 21 years. I will pack it in so that I'm easily understood. But that's just in my mind. I know what I mean. It doesn't matter that in my head I was saying, and that's all that matters. Not true. If I'm the only person that knows what I mean, that means that I lack the ability to communicate with others, or the competent ability to communicate with others, because I'd be saying things, but they wouldn't be understanding me because I wouldn't have been practicing the ability to get other people to understand me the way how I understand myself, which is something that I experienced during my adolescent years. I remember. I don't remember any specific examples from the top of my head, but I remember thinking thoughts similar to, I'm not understood the way I understand myself. That might have actually been a thought that I've had related to this topic, almost, if not exactly, word for word. I had other things that I needed to work through at the time. I was back then. I remember a lady saying that I sounded like Siri. A lady called me Siri because, pardon me, she thought my voice was that monotonous. And I would think back then that I had that issue. I certainly don't think I do now, because in my mind I've proven that I don't through all of these videos. Not all of them, but enough of these videos that I've got uploaded. But back then, that was 2020 times when I was hanging in a whole load of different friendship circles. But yeah, the lady, she was saying that she she called me Siri, man. She called me Siri, and there was another lady that when I was reading Stephen I don't know, seven high, seven habits of highly effective people. I got this from a library. Oh, I got this from the library. Why did I say a? Oh, forget it. I think I'd be excessively critical if I was to ask myself that and then just pull her face and then move on. Just let it be, man. That's my advice to myself. Yeah. So I borrowed this book that I saw from the library, and there was another Nepo book that I got, but I've forgotten the name of it. And yeah, I had the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and the lady laughed at me when I was talking about I'm trying to learn how to focus or something like that. And she was saying, "Oh, why don't you just do it?" I've forgotten exactly what I said word for word. That explains why she asked that question. But it was about doing the schoolwork somehow, I think, if I remember correctly. Oh my gosh, I just put my foot on the lid, but on the mouth of the bottle that I have. I'm gonna wash that because I think my socks are dirty. Oh no, they're clean, but even still, come on, man. Oh, my left knee. Yeah, anyway. The lady was laughing at me, man. I have two conflicting ideas in my head. The lady was laughing at me, man. But now look, allowing myself to just be motivated by revenge if I didn't check it, if I didn't check that way of thinking. And on the other end, the complete opposite. Oh no, I don't want to be motivated by revenge. Been there, done that. Oh, you're not doing nothing, my mum would say. And her belief for that was, I believe it was justified, but it was just an assumption that there was no chance that I'm not doing, there's no, she made it seem like, with her wording, she made it seem like there's absolutely no possibility that I am not, that I am helping myself out in any way. Of just, oh, I just go out and I just go to the gym like she said today, like she assumed today, like that's all I'm doing. And that's on me, I think, due to lack of communication. And I think this dynamic that I'd have with my parents could be, in fact, showing itself in how I interact, or don't interact rather, in certain situations, like when I was getting my foot appointment and I wanted to check in at the reception. I was just there, just waiting, rather than ringing the bell. Someone someone told me to ring the bell before I did it, because I just it could have been that I avoided that appointment for over a year. Um, over 30, over 13 months. Just about less than 14, I think. Yeah. And now it's gonna be getting on to a couple of days. And I haven't yet done what I need to do in terms of progressing with going out of my way to improve my foot health. I was recommended to talk to certain kind of people, and with that in mind, I need to do what I have to do there and get it sorted. The podiatrists who specialize with feet. There could be so many of them throughout, so I think it's fine. Throughout the UK, that is. So I think it's fine saying that. It's not like I'm saying exactly where. So yeah, that's that. Going back to the title of the video though, I am just not desperate to really talk to anyone, male and female, over at the gym I go to now anymore, even though one of the people that work there has spoken to me in a friendly way a couple of times, asking me how I am, like we're friends. I know why I show distrust. I distrust a lot of people around me in my personal life. Can I show honesty here? Yes, of course. And that's something I shouldn't ever take away from myself. I can't seem to trust my parents to not give me unsolicited advice with certain things, and to not try and check up on me in ways that I can check up on myself or do what I have to do with like the appointment, my mum checking up on me, and oh, when is it? When is it? I said, oh, sometime this week. That was the truth, but I started bending the truth there. So that I wasn't asked, oh, how did it go? I just didn't want the questions. And that's one of the rare times I actually showed dishonesty. Oh, I'm going out to exercise, I said. And yeah, exercise is walking, but I knew what the fuck I was doing. I knew that I was going to do something I wasn't telling my parents, which in this context was the appointment, because I don't want or need their help there. So it's just like, oh, I'm just going out. Now I was thinking, oh well, do I say that? Because, well, if I say that, people could try and take advantage of me on the internet. I'm just gonna do me, man. Do me through, that's very vague, so I'll specify through learning more, learning and learning and learning just about life. And although that still could happen, I at least think the chances of that happening would be less likely, as I'd be protecting myself by learning and be able to think more clearly, more critically, and think, oh wait, no, there are red flags here, like what's going on? Yeah. Okay, so I, in my mind, I'm done, but there are a couple more things that I could say. One of which is, this is the only one I have in my mind at the moment, but here it goes anyway. Allow myself to just do me. Really, it doesn't seem like anything else in that gym outside of me going to exercise does it for me. It does it, meaning I allow myself to feel satisfied. Even the conversations pretty samey, and that's on me, but I think from now on, with both men and women, I'll speak when I want to speak, when I have something to say, rather than in the past, recent past, trying to go out my way to speak to more ladies, to live in a socially healthy way. And although I think that helped me improve my social health, I don't think going out my way to do that for any longer is going to help. I think it'd be a detriment to my social health. Not because I wouldn't be speaking to both genders, but instead for just different reasons. And the different reason that I have in my mind at the moment is I'd be setting the breeding grounds for being a people pleaser, trying to make the ladies enjoy having a conversation with me, to a platonic level, and for the most part, for most ladies, and then to a romantic level for the odd one or two. That would probably be outside of the gym though, because I was saying, oh, I want to work there, to which I've heard no, the gym does not need any roles to be fulfilled. They're all being fulfilled. So this is at least the third time I'm hearing no to be able to get a job like this. But when I do get a gym instructing job, I might just value it more, not because of the money that would be coming in, digits, set of digits that would be going into the account through a paycheck. I'd be enjoying the environment that I'd be in. I'd be enjoying what I'm doing. I'd be enjoying, within the environment, I mean, my colleagues, managers, and well, my managers. Like I can't manage myself, but managers that manage the gym instructors or that role, people who do that role. But I can manage myself more than I've ever been able to through today understanding that the reason why I wouldn't be doing all of the tasks outside of the channel that I want to be doing and that I'd be set myself each day was because I wasn't going out my way to control the attention that I'd be putting into watching YouTube, for example. But yeah, going to what I was saying earlier about the manager stuff, I just think I'm learning how to manage myself, and I am the boss of me. Not anybody else. I can manage me. I can control me. And I'm certainly not going to go out my way to allow other people to try and do that for me, because they might try and exploit me. It won't affect them. If anything negative happens to me, it won't affect them. Yeah, so forget that. I'm going to keep on learning. And here's something interesting. Oh, I let my elbow click again. I really don't want to do that because I don't know if that's healthy. I might be destroying my elbow there. Anyway, I heard something Healthy Gamer GG said, and I was just like, what? And that is this. Pardon me. He was saying that he reads, if I'm not mistaken, over 15 science papers a week. Over 15? My claim is quite invalid because I don't have the link to the video. I know it's out there on YouTube, but I've forgotten which video it's called, and I've forgotten the timestamp. I wasn't even paying attention to the timestamp, let alone the title of the video. I don't remember. But yeah, he was saying that, and he was saying people, to paraphrase, people who excel in their profession versus people who don't are learners. They're learners and they keep on learning, whereas those who aren't excelling don't learn. And he was saying someone of 5 years, someone that has 5 years of experience might actually show more competence over someone that has 30 years of experience. Maybe not. I want to stop saying come on now, use the English language properly, not so frivolously, right? Oh, at least try. Please don't be so hard on yourself, Benjamin, whatever his name is, said in that I'll see my abs 1 year from now watch video. Maybe this is a subtle way of how I talk down on myself. Is it being excessively critical? I think the fact that I have my thumb and my finger planted on my head like this, hurting my eye actually, over here where I put the pressure on my eye, answers the question. Yes, I think it did, even though I might have said, oh well, no, I mean, look at my body language. My body language was saying something else, so I'm going to say yes, it was, because that looked like frustration right there. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. So I'm saying that, like, the people doing the same exercises the same "oh hello, how are you, yeah good, how are you" conversations that I'd interact in is just not fulfilling. So what do I do now? Well, I think what would be my best interest to do is, in terms of social interactions, I say this whilst I look at myself. In terms of social interactions, I think what I should do is only speak to people regardless of gender, specifically when I'm interested in doing something. No, when I'm interested in what they're doing, or if they're speaking to me and I like the conversation topic and where it's going, and also the person's character that they at least portray. I can't really know anyone's true character yet after only a few conversations because there's just not enough time, I don't think. I see my dad always doing this. Monkey see, monkey do. I could be destroying myself by doing that somehow, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. If someone is speaking to me and I like the conversation, then I might carry it on. But if I don't, I'll either change it if I like my perception of the person's personality. For whatever reason, i.e. conversations that we've had in the past, like with a lady in particular that I thought of, the one whose bum I looked at, stared at. Yeah. If those conversations, if she's speaking to me and I find the conversation to be interesting, cool. I will carry them on. But if I find them boring and I don't want to try, I just will end it. It's as simple as that. I'll just go about my business. And if she keeps on insisting to have a conversation with me, or anyone for that matter, and I've left, even after I've left, then I'll just be explicit with them. I just say, I found that conversation quite boring, and then we could go from there. Might actually learn something constructive from it. Hey, who knows? But I still, not true. I was gonna say I still haven't told myself what I'm gonna do. I have, partially. That I've told myself how I'm gonna go about social interactions from now on. I don't mind that I'm currently developing my thoughts on how I'll go about social interactions, which I've been doing in this video, or starting from this video really, since I've been changing the fact that I'm no longer gonna just go out my way to speak to women because they're women. That's not enough anymore. If I want to speak to a woman, I'll be speaking to her because I'm interested in what she's doing, not because I see her as like, not because I stared at her bum or something, or not because I'm lusting over her in some other way, or actually, yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, and the radio doesn't help. But yeah, it'd be, men are this, men are that. Look, man, that a man lusting over a lady does not just come out of nowhere, and I really believe that it's not just the testosterone talking. I really believe it isn't, because there's the lustful lyrics in the radio, i.e. Nicki Minaj's Freak song and Chris Brown's Under the Influence song, which it just sounds like slurs to me. And the Nicki Minaj song just sounds like, yeah, my name's Nicki Minaj and I suck dick. Oh, and I'll make him, I'll force him to eat my pussy. Oh, the songs about sex on radio. It doesn't matter that you censor the DI part of dick in that song. When I say you, I mean the radio, of course. As for other things, the tight clothes that the ladies wear and that the companies make so that they look flattering, they know what they're doing. As far as I'm concerned, that's like a borderline court. Those clothes and those bum exercises genuinely might be a courtship behavior to attract the opposite sex or the sex that they're looking to date, whether that be a woman wanting to date a man and or a lady. Going back to, so I say point 3, branching off point 1, going back to like the songs. So if you check, no, I'm not even going to say if you check. I'm not advising to check, but from what I've seen from that, Chris Brown Under the Influence song is extremely sexually suggestive, borderline sexually explicit, sorry. Like there's a camera shot of Chris Brown looking like he's eating a girl's pussy out. The clothes are just, especially around the backside, it's almost non-existent. And then the shot of the lady who looked like she was getting her pussy eaten out by Chris Brown on the song, looked like, in one of the clips, looked like she was riding dick with the way how she was twerking on the floor. But yet, oh, it's just men are trash, men are dogs. Look at what's out there. And the ladies would be the same ones that are saying, oh, it's so sensual and raw. Oh, I loved it. Oh, I can't stop watching this. And as for the Nicki Minaj Freak song, oh, those are the same songs that are lust-inducing, that they'd be shaking their ass to. But men are trash. Oh, it doesn't come from nowhere. Lustful thoughts and actions that a man would participate in don't just come from nowhere. In my opinion, it could be, not is, my opinion is not fact. Let's just clear it up. In my opinion, I really think it could be the radio songs, branching off that, the video versions of those songs, as in the visuals, and the tight clothes, the female objectification in those music videos, the same videos that the ladies would be saying, oh yeah, I love that. It's the same videos that guys would be seeing and just processing in their mind, which would be lust inducing. All the lip licking in that Chris Brown Under the Influence song from both Chris and the ladies. One in particular would be the lady who looked like she was getting her pussy eaten out in one of the shots. Yeah. So, what else is there to say? I have something on the mind, but yeah, it's just, in my mind, I'm just thinking, that's just weird. I don't need to put everything out there, man. So, just because you think it doesn't mean it's true. Right. I think I'm done. I'll just say social interactions, how I'm going to go about them, sorted. But just go to the gym with a plan, man. Just go to the gym with a plan. Go there to go. Just enjoy myself. Enjoy myself through learning. Yeah, learning the personal training material. Oh my gosh. I looked to the left as I said that. that just because I did that does not mean I'm lying. But yeah, listen to the personal training material and that I have, and allow myself to really focus my efforts on just getting stronger. I think that's what I'll focus on. Getting stronger. How? Lifting heavier with proper form for maybe like 20 reps or something. I don't know. 20 reps a set. I mean, there's a specific machines that I'm thinking of using that actually gamify the process of lifting, which I think might genuinely help me not only track the workouts as these machines would do that for me, and I think they might also help my strength, because I mean I've been doing it using just the other equipment that's there, but although I have been progressing like with some of the chest exercises there by being able to do 40 kilograms on pectoral exercise where I'd be squishing my chest like that, I just haven't really seemed to. Oh, please stop it. Oh, I'll just say it like this. Using these specific machines that I'm thinking of using might mean that I really progress with just the other sorts of weights and machines that are out there that I use. Anyway, I could follow more of a specific plan for that once I get myself hooked up with the podiatrists. And on that note, socializing down, exercise is down, as in how I'm going to exercise. Got to remember how maybe I could just do full body workouts, so I don't have to think, oh, well, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that today. Nah, it's just, why not just full body? So I don't miss anything. On that note, I think I'm done. And yeah, I'll certainly follow those full body workouts and just allow myself to get stronger there, and then use the other machines that I've been using and that I've shown in previous daily logs, and just combine the two. Why not? The resources are there. Why not? I'd be doing myself a disservice if I don't, because I'm paying for it, exchanging money. It's not even money, man. Digits. Exchanging a set of digits for the to keep the gym membership. In my mind, I was saying, is money real? The paper material is, yeah, but those digits on the bank balance are just digits, and banks genuinely could be making money out of thin air through loans. They could be. I don't know if they are, but they genuinely could be. Anyway, well, that idea from Neil Oliver, it could be reality. I don't know. I don't have any evidence to support that claim, but maybe. In that video though, it seemed like he had an opinion, but he wouldn't. There wasn't a why to why he thought the way he did. It was just opinion, no why, no. Actually, no, tell a lie. He did give some evidence here and there, but it wasn't like studies or records or books that he referred to by showing them, for example, or anything like that. So I don't know how trustworthy that is, but it could be a possibility. Anyway, I'm out, and I might actually use the equipment I'm thinking of using from tomorrow, just allow myself to have fun with it and allow myself to get stronger. There's a video out there with someone that collabed with Jeff Nippard, and he was saying, or Jeff Nippard, and he was saying one of the keys to muscle growth is getting stronger, or one key indicator of muscle growth is getting stronger. I don't know about that, but we'll see. Hey, anyway, I'm done, and see what I get up to tomorrow. Peace.